Hello friends, how are you? In our last class, we discussed about the Oparin's theory of origin of universe, in which we discussed that how the life was, origin of life, in which we discussed about that how the life was originated on Earth, according to which the initial atmosphere contain different kind of elements. These elements combine and make different kind of simple molecules, and then the combination of the different simple molecules give rise some complex molecules, and finally these complex molecules mix with the water and create primordial soup where the life was originated. Okay, that was the Haldane Oparin concept of creation of life. That concept, that's okay, but there was some missing, which was experimental evidence, and this experimental evidence supporting to the Haldane and Oparin's concept was given by Miller. Sometime it is also called Miller-Urey experiment. So either Miller experiments or that is Miller-Urey experiment. Got it? In 1953, it was given in 1953. This experiment was given by 1953. Stanley Miller, that is Stanley Miller, performed an experiment, and the name of the experiment is possible production of amino acids. Possible production of amino acids. Possible production of amino acids. Possible production of amino acids in the early stages. In the early stages of Earth. In the early stages of Earth. Got it? Of Earth, or we can say that of the Earth. That is the name of experiment. This is the name of Miller's experiment, that is possible production of amino acids in the early stages of the Earth. Okay. In this experiment, he created the primitive condition. There is a gas chamber, or we can say that is reaction chamber. In this reaction chamber, he created the primitive conditions of the Earth in a electric discharge tube. Or electric discharge device. This device consists a round bottom flask, that is a round bottom flask, and then electric immersion bulb and a condenser cooling, that is a condenser. Condenser means which condense the gases into liquid. Condense gases into liquid. Okay. In this experiment, after filling the water in round bottom flask, methane, ammonia and hydrogen gases, after the filling this, and then remove the air by using this, by using that is a vacuum pump. By removing the gases, present in this chamber, he added methane, ammonia and hydrogen gas. Methane, ammonia and hydrogen gas in the ratio of 2:1:2. In the ratio of 2:1:2. Got it? So that is the setup of this experiment. It was the setup of this experiment. I am again repeating. It is the electric discharge device which consists a round bottom flask. That is a round bottom flask. That is, we can say that electric immersion bulb, because here the electric spark created, so that is electric immersion bulb, and that is a condenser. So these are the main, and remaining are the pipe assemblies. Here, after adding the water, he removed the air present in this setup and add methane, ammonia and hydrogen gas in the ratio of 2:1:2. Got it? Now, by using the electric discharge, water was boiled. In the starting, the water was boiled. These and produce steam. These steam cause continuous rotation. This steam cause continuous rotation of gases in the total assembly. Here the produced steam create total rotation. That means heating, cooling. This process, lightning passing through the lightning, sparking, it make, that means the steam make continuous rotation of different kind of gases. Okay. Here in the reaction chamber, the electric discharge tube, these rods create a spark, because at the primitive stage of the development of life, you know that continuously thousands year there was rainfall and thundering. So that is creating that environment, and you know that in the primitive environment before the creation of the life, the gases like the methane, ammonia, water vapor and hydrogen are present. So that is the reaction chamber where that condition is created. After running this device 7 days continuously, when Miller analyzed the sample, that is a sampling unit, from here we can collect the sample and easily analyze what chemicals are present here. So after the 7 days, when Miller analyzed the condensed liquid, he found the presence of the various organic compounds. In the sample, like the amino acids. The first presence he obtained, that is amino acids, acetic acids, etc. And you know that amino acids, acetic acids, these are organic substances which are present in living organism and very essential, and these are very essential chemicals, for any living organism. Got it? So the formation of these organic chemicals which are present in living organisms give the support of operine's concept, according to which the organic substances was created from inorganic substance or non-living things, or we can say that innate matter. Got it? इस एक्सपेरिमेंट ने ये पूरा प्रूव कर दिया था कि जो ओपेराइन कॉन्सेप्ट में कहा जाता है कि लिविंग जो मटेरियल हैं, लिविंग थिंग्स के जो रिक्वायर्ड मटेरियल्स हैं या जो लिविंग ऑर्गेनिजम्स हैं, क्योंकि मटेरियल्स होंगे तो डेफिनेटली ऑर्गेनिज्म बनेगा, तो वो जो ऑर्गेनिक मटेरियल्स जो हैं वो इनऑर्गेनिक सब्सटेंसेस से क्रिएट हो सकते हैं या होते हैं. Got it? So by this experiment, Miller proves the operine's concept of origin of life. Got it? Now, if you want to take a screenshot, then you can take it. Okay? Now, let me move to the next topic, that is spiritual theories. Spiritual theories of origin of life. Here the name is spiritual, that means not the god or something like that. Spiritual theory is particularly related with the cosmozoic theory. Here mainly we discuss about the cosmozoic theory. Okay, so the next topic is spiritual theories of origin of life on earth. Origin of life on earth. Got it? One thing, let me clear you. Life is not just a group of molecules. Life is not just a group of molecules. It is more than it. It is more than it, or we can say that it is more difficult. It is more difficult than general principles of chemistry and physics. लाइफ जो है वो केवल मॉलिक्यूल्स का एक ग्रुप नहीं है. इट इज मोर डिफिकल्ट. बहुत ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट कॉन्सेप्ट्स हैं जो जनरल केमिस्ट्री के या जो जनरल फिजिक्स के जो लॉज हैं उनसे बहुत ज्यादा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड प्रोसेस यहां पर होती है. द oparin थ्योरी विच इज given which was the first most acceptable theory, which was the most acceptable theory of the past time. Now there are some objections on that. Now there are some objections on the oparin's concept of development of life. Young scientists refuse the oparin's theory. आज के टाइम के जो साइंटिस्ट हैं उन्होंने oparin थ्योरी को रिफ्यूज कर दिया, वो उसको नकारते हैं. Because according to them the development of first cell या first living organism from the primordial soup required energy. According to the young scientists, from the primordial soup the development of first cell first cell required lots of energies. It required lots of energy. And this energy, as per the oparin model, it was given by, this energy of the creation of the life was given by anaerobic respiration. According to oparin concept, that was given by anaerobic respiration. But according to the modern scientist, this energy by the anaerobic respiration is not possible. It is not possible. The energy of the creation of the life from the primordial soup cannot be obtained. According to oparin model, that was obtained by anaerobic respiration, but modern science it is refusing it. They are saying that at that time the anaerobic respiration in the primordial soup cannot produce such kind of energy which combine the different complex substances and create the first cell. Got it? They said that oparin and Haldane's theory do not follow the laws of bioenergetics, or we can say that biophysics and thermodynamics. According to them, the oparin model do not following that. For your kind information, these are the, in higher classes you will study that thermodynamics and energetics. These are the basic fundamental concepts of physics. And if it is not following by the oparin theory, then surely there will be lots of objections. Because as you know that without energy nothing can possible in environment. बगैर एनर्जी के एनवायरमेंट के अंदर कुछ भी पॉसिबल नहीं है, या जो वर्किंग है वो पॉसिबल नहीं है. Got it? The second objection of the oparin concept was about the oxygen. According to oparin model, the totally consumed oxygen was totally consumed, and reductive environment or reductive atmosphere, reducing atmosphere was formed. And in the reducing atmosphere, these complex molecules of the primordial soup combined and make first cell. But the modern research showing that oxygen rich compounds like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, water, etc. was abundant in primitive atmosphere. Was abundant, बहुतायत में present थी. So the theory of reducing nature of primitive atmosphere cannot be accepted, because for the reducing nature there should be no oxygen present in the atmosphere, but here lots of the oxygen rich compounds are found. So the concept of the reducing nature of the atmosphere we have to left because there are lots of oxygen rich compounds. So if these are the objections are here, then how can we believe that according to the oparin concept, the reducing nature and the molecules combined and make life is possible? Got it? The third objection on the oparin's concept is about the time of development of life. According to oparin concept, life is created 58 million years ago. Life, that means first living organism, is formed 58 million years ago. But at the present time, the study of the microfossils, of Hadean era, showing that photosynthetic organisms photosynthetic life was present. The photosynthetic life was present on the earth 4 billion years ago. तो मॉडर्न साइंस स्टडीज जो है माइक्रोफॉसिल्स की, वो ये शो करती हैं कि जो हेडियन एरा में जो फोटोसिंथेटिक लाइफ है वो प्रेजेंट थी 4 बिलियन ईयर्स अगो. दिस स्टडी या दिस न्यू रिसर्च do not match with oparin theory, because according to oparin theory that is only 58 million ago the creation of the life, but here the sign of the life was present more than 4 billion years ago. Okay, so these are the objections. These are the main 3 objections on the oparin's concept. The first objection was that about the energy, that how the energy of living or how the energy of the creation of life supplied by the anaerobic respiration, because it is not possible at present time. Various micro living organisms which do anaerobic respiration do not produce that kind of energy by which a living organisms can create. So first, that is related about the energy. Second, in the oparin concept, it is said that there was reducing nature, yeah, there was reducing environment, nature of the atmosphere. But the modern concept, the modern research shows that at that time oxygen rich compounds was present. So the reducing nature concept, it is not acceptable. The third, which is related about the development timing of the development of life. According to the Oparin concept, the life was created at 58 million years ago. But the studies, modern study shows that photosynthetic life, that means living organisms, are present more than 4 billion years ago. So that are the three main objections of Oppenheimer's concept, which are creating a question mark, on Oppenheimer's concept of development of life. Got it? To remove these objections, the various new concepts which are cosmozoic concept. Actually, the cosmozoic concept was given before the Oppenheimer's concept, but at that time there was lots of objections on that. But when there was also objection on the Oppenheimer's concept, then the concept of cosmozoic development, cosmozoic life, that because life comes outside from the earth, again rebound, or we can say that again re-established. Okay, about that we will discuss in next class. Hope you like it. Thank you.